Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are tuning in. Thank you so much for joining me today for Such Sweet Thunder meditation program. And today I'll be offering a guided meditation on insight practice. Now, I've been spending about a week on the insight meditation practices. This is, in fact, the pinnacle stage of the Such Sweet Thunder meditation program, which I designed based off of two different Tibetan practices, where we systematically go through the present moment and embracing the present moment. So we started, the traditional way I teach this method is to start with the breath, embracing all of the breath, embracing the sensations of the body, the sounds of the present moment. And most people like to meditate with their eyes closed, so I invite people then to open their eyes and to embrace the visual field. And then we recognize any feelings or emotions which might be present during the practice. So we become accustomed to feeling very accurately and very deeply our feelings and emotions, so that those don't simply pass us by through the course of the day. Then we open our heart to all of that. So I call that the radical embrace of the present moment. And then at the final stage, the insight portion of Such Sweet Thunder, we turn and we look inward at our own mind, at our own awareness, like that. And so that's what we'll be doing here today. Now, we won't go through all of the stages of the practice, but what we'll do today is we'll start with the sounds of the present moment. Then I'll invite you to open your eyes and to experience the visual field. Now, many people find open eye meditation rather daunting, and if that's the case for yourself, you can keep your eyes closed for this practice, no worries. In fact, if you do decide to keep your eyes closed, you can experience the visual patterns behind the eyelids. You know, if you close your eyes, and you can see there's kind of a display of light and darkness behind the eyelids. That's also a visual experience. So if you wish to keep your eyes closed, take in that visual experience as well, that's fine. Then we'll come back to the body. We'll do a brief body scan. As we go through this brief body scan, I'll be guiding one to experience either pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones. And that's often called noting. We'll note the pleasantness, unpleasantness, or neutral feelings arising throughout the body. Now, I did a pretty exhaustive introduction to this practice a week ago. That would be 2 episodes ago. So if you want, after we have this meditation here today, if you want to go back and experience the full introduction, and then come back to the recording of this, that's fine, you can do that, but do stick around here today and enjoy this meditation. There's great benefit in just following along with my guiding, and that will allow you to go through those stages that I just mentioned. Now, after sounds, the visual field, the body, and the breath, we'll go into the insight portion of the practice, and we do that by asking or presenting a pointer phrase or a pointer question. Now, the pointer question can take many forms, and last week when I guided a similar practice, I used the pointer, what is the relationship between awareness and experience? That's a beautiful pointer question that can really bring you into very close contact with awareness itself. That's the idea there. Today we're going to use the phrase or the pointer question, who experienced this? So the idea then is you're resting in the meditation practice and you pose this question, who is experiencing this? And you turn, and you might even feel a shift in your awareness, and you'll turn and you'll look inward at yourself. The shift might feel in that way. It's always tricky to verbalize this because, well, for one reason it manifests for different people in different ways. Who experiences this? And you turn, you feel that shift. The idea then is to rest in that shift. So you pose this question, who's having this experience, or who's experiencing this? The shift arises, you rest there. Now the mind might go into logic. You start to try to answer the question. So that might look something like this. You're in the meditation, you say, who is experiencing this? Well, of course, I'm experiencing this, and my name is Chris, and I'm a painter, a poet, a musician, an artist, a teacher, a philosopher, a traveler. Those are all more experiences, right? Who's experiencing that? So you can pose the question again. Who's having those experiences? You look and you rest. So ideally, resting in the looking. And as you're resting, you can then include the sounds of the present moment, the sensations of body and breath, the visual field if you can, like that. So the idea is to bring the shift that question elicits into the entire meditation experience and rest there. Now, I want to add a few pointers here. This is a delicate practice, and it generally takes a good amount of work, a good amount of practice to do, to execute effectively. So don't expect, after you do today's practice, immediate results. Very unusual for that to happen. It might happen for you, and if it does, that's great. This stage of this type of practice is most easily accessed with a really good teacher in a live one-on-one or classroom situation, which is one of the reasons why I'm offering an online meditation retreat, which starts mid-October, October 17th, and it runs to November 14th. We'll be meeting twice a week online, Wednesday evenings and Saturday evenings, Pacific Coast time of America. So again, you can stay now, watch this live video or watch it on recording, get benefit from the guiding meditation, but just to recognize that if you don't feel a shift or if you don't feel this profound awakening experience, those types of experiences are generally best facilitated with a live teacher. For more information about one-on-one sessions that I offer, please do go visit my website, www.suchsweetthunder.org, and you can click on the online studies page, and that will tell you the type of things that I offer online. There's also lots of guided meditation videos on there and podcasts, publications, so feel free to look around. So I digress. We come into this meditation into the present moment. We pose this question, who's having this experience? Whatever arises is just more experience. So anytime we notice thoughts arising, sensations arising, feelings arising, return, who's having those experiences? When we can rest in the shift, that's the ideal. We rest in the shift and the mind is just in the present moment. Thoughts will tend to subside. You can be with your feelings, with your emotions, with the sounds of the present moment, and just rest there. Okay, I think I've said enough. You can thank me or curse me for that later. So I'll ring the bell and I will guide us through this insight practice. Now, if any questions or comments come up during the practice or after, always feel free to send them through Messenger, or you can send them at the comments at the underneath the video there, and I'll be responding to those as I receive them. Enjoy. So allowing the body to rest. Allowing your muscles to relax and grow soft. Letting any tension or stress that's held in the body go. Allowing the mind to rest, letting any concerns or thoughts of the upcoming days go. Thoughts or concerns of the days past, you can let all of that go as well, and just rest. Right here and right now, with this present moment experience. And let your heart rest, vast and open like the blue sky. And as we rest here in this present moment, I'll ring the sound of the bell again. Rest your thinking mind on the sound of the bell. Allow the bell to guide your awareness into silence. And as you rest in the silence of the present moment, you might also notice the sounds arising and passing through the aural field. You might notice the sound of cars passing by, or perhaps a dog barking. There might be sounds coming from a neighbor playing music or a television. You might hear the sound of bird songs or crickets. Not focusing on any one sound in particular, but noticing the entire field of sound. And the backdrop of silent space. And I'll ring the sound of the bell again. Rest your awareness on the decay of the bell. Allow the decay of the bell to bring your awareness into silence. as you rest in the silent space of the present moment. You might also notice the sounds, perhaps noticing how each sound cascades through the silent space of the present moment. Again, not focusing on any one sound in particular, but resting with the entire field of sound and silence. And while we rest here with the sound and silence of this present moment, allow awareness to expand again to include the visual field. And if you'd like, you can gently open your eyes if they were closed, and simply resting with the display of shadow, color, and light of the visual field. Now, if you wish to allow your eyes to remain closed, that's fine. Simply experiencing the darkness and the light behind the eyelids, that's fine too for a visual experience. And so we rest right here for a few moments, maintaining open, spacious awareness on the sounds and silence of the present moment, shadow, color, light, and space of the visual field. Now, if you become distracted by your thoughts at any point during the meditation, simply labeling those thoughts with the word thinking will help the thoughts to dissolve, and you can gently return back to the present moment experience. And now, while resting in this present moment experience of sound and silence, shadow, color, light, and space, allowing awareness to expand again to include the sensations of feet against the floor, inviting the muscles in the feet to relax, rest, and grow soft. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising throughout the feet. Allowing awareness to expand again to include the sensations of clothing against the legs, inviting the muscles of the legs to relax, unwind, and rest. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising throughout the legs. Noticing the weight of the body against the cushion or chair, mat or floor. Inviting the muscles underneath those sensations to rest, relax. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising as a result of the contact of the body against the seated position. And breathing in and breathing out. You might also notice sensations of clothing against the back. Inviting the muscles in the back to grow soft, rest and unwind. Letting any tension, stress, or emotion that's held in the back muscles go. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising throughout the back. And as you inhale and exhale, you might also notice the abdomen rising and falling with each breath. Letting any emotion, tension, or stress that's held in the abdomen go. Allowing the muscles in the abdomen to relax and unwind. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising throughout the abdomen. You might also notice the rising and falling of the chest as you inhale and exhale. Inviting the muscles in the chest to grow soft, rest and relax. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising throughout the chest. Allowing awareness to expand again into the shoulders, perhaps noticing the sensations of clothing moving across the shoulders with each breath. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising throughout the shoulders. You might also notice the hands resting against the body or touching each other. Inviting the muscles in the hands to grow soft, relax. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising throughout the hands. Noticing the arms resting against the body. Inviting the muscles in the arms to grow soft and unwind. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising throughout the arms. You might also notice sensations arising throughout the back of the neck and the sides of the neck, inviting the muscles in the sides of the neck and the back of the neck to rest. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising throughout the neck and throat. Noticing any sensations arising from the back of the head and the ears. Throughout the back of the head and the ears. You might notice sensations arising throughout the cheeks of the face, inviting the muscles in the face to relax, noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising throughout the cheeks of the face. And including the lips, the nose, the eyes, and the forehead. Noticing any sensations arising from the top of the head. Noting pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling tones arising from the crown of the head. And so we'll rest right there for a few moments, maintaining even, open, spacious awareness on the sounds and silence, shadow, color, light, and space of the visual field, sensations arising throughout the body from the bottoms of the feet to the top of the head. And just rest. If you become distracted by thoughts, labeling those thoughts thinking will help the thoughts to dissolve. And you can gently return back to the present moment. And now, while resting in this present moment experience of sound, silence, shadow, color, light, and space of the visual field, sensations arising throughout the body, from the bottom of the feet to the top of the head. You may also include into the field of awareness the sensations of breath entering and leaving the nose. You might notice the temperature changing from cooler to warmer as the breath moves in and out of the nose and rushes against the back of the throat. You might also notice the rib cage expanding and contracting as you inhale and exhale. Notice how the body moves with each breath, the inhalation and the exhalation, causing the abdomen to rise and fall. You might notice how the back moves out as you breathe in as you breathe out. You might also notice the shoulders rising and falling with each breath. The body straightening up slightly as you inhale and leaning forward slightly as you exhale. And so we'll rest right there, maintaining open, spacious awareness on the sounds and silence of the present moment. Shadow, color, light, and space of the visual field. Sensations of body and breath. And just rest for a few moments. Breathing in and breathing out. Just rest. Not entertaining the past, not pursuing the future, not dwelling on the present. Simply rest and allow the sounds, the visual field, sensations to arise and pass. From time to time, you can check your shoulders. Are they resting? Check your jaw. Is your jaw resting? Notice your arms. Are they at rest? The shoulders and back, are they resting? Notice the abdomen. Is the abdomen at rest? Are your legs resting? Noticing the feet, are they at rest? Allowing the body to rest, the mind and heart to rest. From this state of resting, we notice the sounds, silence, shadow, color, light, and space, sensations of the body and breath. As we rest completely in this present moment, look, who is having this experience? And as you pose that question, you might feel a shift. Rest with that shift. And with the sounds and silence, the visual field, body and breath. Who is having this experience? If you get distracted by thoughts or sounds or sensations, simply labeling those distractions or thoughts, returning back to the present moment. Rest. And as you rest, look. Who is having this experience? And rest while you're looking. And if you become distracted by thoughts, you can ask, who is having those thoughts? Thoughts are just more experience. Who is having those experiences? Now at some point you might think you feel the experiencer, but isn't that just another experience? Who is having that experience? Come back to the resting. And as you rest in the present moment, look. Who is having this experience? Confusion arises. Who is experiencing the confusion? Sensations arise. Who is experiencing those sensations? Sounds arise. Who is experiencing those sounds? Resting in the body, look at the mind. Who is having this experience? So thank you for joining me for today's guided meditation offering, where we embraced certain aspects of the present moment, sound, sights, sensations, and then using that resting in the present moment as an anchor or a basis of stability. We rest in that and we look at awareness itself. Again, this is a very delicate practice. It does certainly help to have a good qualified teacher or a guide to help one through this type of meditation practice. So if you're interested in getting more assistance in that, please do go visit my website, suchsweetthunder.org. I really mention that just because if you were here today, or if you're watching this on a recording and you get lost or confused, or you're not feeling very meditative, don't get discouraged. This is an advanced meditation practice, and so it takes quite a bit of work and time to experience being able to look at awareness itself. Generally, when we look or we become aware of an object, or we look at an object. So there's a subject-object experience. Insight meditation is helping to dissolve that subject-object illusion. And it becomes a unity between, it's just experience arising. So the divide between experiencer and experienced dissolves, and it just becomes experience arising. But that's a very unfamiliar state for many people, and it takes some practice to be able to look at awareness and see nothing, look at nothing, or hear just the sounds without this experience of hearing the sounds. Okay, now you've probably found that thoroughly confusing. Again, you can curse me or thank me later. My next offering of Such Sweet Thunder, which will be on Monday morning in Thailand, Sunday evening in the Americas. Do tune in for that. I'll be giving another talk. I won't be guiding a meditation there, but I will be giving a talk on this practice, insight meditation practice. Some of the many benefits of such a practice. I'll be outlining those benefits and discussing that as well. And again, if you have any questions or concerns or comments, things you'd like to hear talked about, please do send those to me through Messenger, or you can email me through the website, or you can put them in the comments here below the video as well. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay clean, stay healthy, and I will see you then. Thanks again.